Okay, what is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play, and we're back again for some more Modern here. So today we are going to be playing some Spirits. I haven't played Spirits in a little while, but you know what? It's time. Let's pick it up. Let's play it again. Let's have some fun. So obviously, Unsettled Mariner is a very, very strong card against like Prowess decks, just generally at protecting your board state as well. On top of that, we have the Drogskull Captain, which you can violin, give hexproof to other creatures to protect them. And yeah, Mausoleum Wanderer can be sacrificed to counter instants and sorceries. Noble Hierarch's a bit of ramp, helps us cast our things like Collected Company. Occasionally you get the Exalted. There's a lot of times people just play the blue variant of this deck, or the blue-white variant, sorry, of this deck, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to splash for green. Splashing for green also gives us access to Collector Roof in the sideboard, which is going to be helpful against those Tron decks. Outside of that, yeah, we've got Lords in the Supreme Phantom, in the Drogskull Captain. We've got a creature that gives hexproof to one spirit with Rattle Chains on ETB. It also has Flash, and once it's on the battlefield, your other spirits also get Flash. Skyclave Apparition, obviously fantastic interaction with the board. And yeah, Spell Queller, interaction with the stack, so it can exile cards on the stack with mana value of 4 or less. Looking across to the sideboard, we've got access to Pithing Needle in here. For Heliod decks. We've also got access to Skyclave Apparition, but I thought I'd just get a little bit extra in. Also has versatility against effects like Blast Zone Rat. Deafening Silence for Prowess decks. Path to Exile for creature-based decks. Shadow Prowess. Remorseful Clerics for graveyard-based decks. Dredge Control. Call Firewalker for red decks. Prowess mostly. And Collect Roof for Tron decks. Yeah, so that's the list here for the spirits. We're going to be jumping into it and getting things happening. Yeah, it's selected the right deck this time. Let's go. Always unfortunate when you do like a whole introduction on a deck and then it opens a different deck and you're playing a league with the wrong deck. Sadly enough, it's happened to me more than once. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's been a while since I played some tribal decks like this. And yeah, no Force of Negation today, I don't think. It's not in my sideboard, is it? No, I didn't. I removed it from my sideboard. I don't think it's like in the super best spot at the moment. Alright, so match number 1 against Bullboy. We lost the die roll and are going to be on the draw. Our opponent has mulligans. I think this is good enough to keep. Alright, we're going to get our turn 1 Vial off. We get Rattle Chains as well, not bad. Alright, we'll keep him guessing a little bit on what deck we are with the Ether Vial. Our fetch land rules out us potentially being a Hate Bear deck. But we could still be Merfolk at this point. Opponent gets a Triome land. Always yield. We'll say yes to it as well for the turn. Noble Hierarch right on time. Let's go ahead and play a Vial. So we'll take like a little bit of a smaller route here. It says my opponent is currently on 2 as well. Last seen 6 days ago playing basically an Omnath deck, probably with Scape Shift. Don't make me do that, man. Okay, we'll just go ahead and crack. I don't think we need green mana here. Obviously, we can violin the Hierarch. We only, like, really get punished if we brick on, like, green mana twice and our Noble Hierarch gets removed. Which, I mean, can definitely happen. I think we would have been much more of a shoe in this match if we were on the play, but being on the draw obviously has its downsides. Target player creates a treasure token. Destroy an artifact. Okay, well, obviously we're going to respond to Prismari command because it's, you know, kind of good against our Ether Vials. Alright, we hit the Sanctum. We have access to 4 mana here because of Hierarch. This is on 1. Alright, we'll just play out a Mariner. We'll tap the Botanical Sanctum for the right color. If it lets me undo. Okay, whatever. I think I counted each of my individual clicks there and I was undoing each individual click. That's sort of funky. So our opponent could just go for an Emrakul here as well. That's what a lot of these decks do. They use Prismari command to cheat their mana forward one turn. And then they just go for a Through the Breach. Lightning Bolt. Target the Unsettled Mariner. I mean, we're going to respond. Fortunately, no Cabinet Souls to get past remands and whatever else. But hopefully this is good enough. So opponent can no longer go after Unsettled Mariner. They have to go after the Rattle Chains here. Ran and 6. Sure thing. Alright, and yeah, opponent activating that Red and 6. Losing our Rattle Chains, not a big deal. So we can go after the Red and 6 if we hit a Skyclave Apparition. We hit Rattle Chains, it's not too bad. I guess we can just attack the Red and 6. Our opponent's kind of close to dead though. Alright, so Rattle Chains off the Vial, and we've also got a Spell Queller at instant speed here. Dwarven Mind, alright, it's definitely an Emrakul deck. Here comes the fun. Oh, can I counter this or not? Destroy a target artifact or creature. Each permanent destroyed this way. Destroy X target artifacts or creatures. Is it targeting anything other than the Vial? No. Wait, what? Didn't I say yes to the Vial ability? Okay. I think it's still on the stack. Cool. We'll give it self-hexproof. So now Droxel Captain also has flash. Oh, opponent has got out the dragon. The dragon has arrived. Usually they get some time walks with this thing. We can spell queller the time walk. This really has flying vigilance haste. It's disgusting. So we'll just go ahead and counter the growth spiral with the spell queller. We can trade with it, but there's not much point. We want to try and kill our opponent, not let the game take a million turns. 369 damage. So, I mean, it's not enough. We can attack for 5 with one creature, so we'll do that. Just leave this Cabinet of Souls in hand, bluff something for now. Alright, let's see what they hit this time. Time walk every time, except the last time, but see what happens. We're pretty much dead to a lightning bolt type effect here. If our opponent puts damage on the Drogskull Captain first, he'll deal. All right, we're just dead. We don't really have way to push damage here, so yeah, this is pretty rip. We just like lose literally everything. They get their growth spiral back, and yeah, rippity dip. We'll move to sideboarding. This is sort of stalled out and a waste of time. So path seemed good for the dragon, right? It doesn't have anything too crazy, does it? Just real quick. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to its power from among it without paying its mana cost. Okay. So obviously that's also a triggered ability. Not great. I mean, we don't really want much from our sideboard outside of Path to Exile, I don't think. I think, like, Skyclave Apparition also loses a lot of value in this matchup. It might be able to get a... excuse me, I might be able to get a Renin 6, but that's probably the best value it's going to have. And I might just get rid of one Noble Hierarch too, and that'll do us. Alright, hand looks good, let's keep. Really like having a Cabinet of Souls here, so remands don't do anything. Path to Exile is also a way to potentially destroy their dwarf token before they cycle into something. I imagine most of the time we're going to be better off getting Temple Garden here. Double white is probably more important than double blue just because of Skyclave Apparition. I don't think we have any double blue mana symbols. Opponent goes to his discard step. Was that accidental or intentional? Spirits. Let's just attack for 2. Attack for 1. Opponent concedes the game. Okay, I guess they just missed a land drop or something. Odd. Weird game. Let's run it back. Guess I should also update my Stream Decker as well, which I didn't think of earlier. Apologies. Yeah. I'm sure there's ways we lose this, but we'll try. We will try. Alright, that's all updated. We find a land. Sure. Land untapped. See, obviously we can turn 2 flash in the rattle chains if our opponent does nothing, and then turn 3 we have access to Spell Queller, Skyclave Apparition. We do need to get green mana here for our collected company, obviously. Opponent damaging themselves. Let's go. Noble Hurrah, never on time. Sad face. Opponent ramping with Growth Spiral. I must say, this deck seems like it's getting pretty consistent at the moment. I think it's, unfortunately, a pretty strong deck and here to stay. Very Time Raveler. Amazing. We'll see if our opponent has a Lightning Bolt for this. It just got Hexproof on itself, though, so that's good for us. We'll attack him. We can Skyclave Apparition the Teferi. Here comes the Dwarven Mind. Alright, we're just dead to this fucking thing, or what's the go? We do have the path. If we can get to, like, untap at least once, we'll be okay. Another Dwarf. Time Warp. Sure. If we had, like, Force of Negation, that would obviously be good for this matchup. But yeah, we're running Bant, and I decided not to include it. This is, like, pretty janky, and not something we'll that commonly run into, in my opinion. Rain in 6. Wow, I love having a board state, don't you, chat? Jeez. Frickin' rude, man. Frickin' rude. Island, cool. This seems like probably a good spot for Collected Company while he's tapped out. Otherwise, we can hold up Spell Queller plus Path. Alright, I think Spell Queller plus Path is better. Opponent is going to be clocking us pretty quickly, though. They've got 5 power on the board and a Rain in 6 they can ping us with. I think we probably just want to get some value off the blocks here. Did I really just do that again where I tapped the wrong colors? Goodness, I'm bad at this. See if we get to block a dwarf. Jesus, man. Harsh. We can Path the Illusion. It's not like super amazing, but it does slow down their clock a lot. I think we just take it. Would like to be able to stick a creature to the board though. Mausoleum Wanderer, that helps. Fucking Remand, dude. Bit rude. I think they don't have it, and we probably just want to go for a lot of value, like on collected company here. That's probably what we should have done last turn, but I got a bit chicken. Like, before our opponent untaps, go for a Coco. Looks like he's just got the counterspell again, so I guess we're just freaking screwed. How many remans are you, like, chaining, man? Get lost. That's fucking dumb. Take 6, 1 damage off the Renin 6, and then we're 1 damage from dead. I don't see how we get out of this at all. Alright. Well, I think we misplayed it, and definitely got punished. We just needed to go balls deep on the collected company. I guess our opponent's not really incentivized to go for a combo anyway. When he's ahead on board state and life total. So he's just going to assume the control route and not really risk anything. So yeah, that was definitely bad from me. It happens. We got a game. Got a game while getting slapped about, you know. What more could you ask for? But yeah, it definitely sucks when your spell quellers are dead against half his deck, because it all is above CMC of 4. It's not like super common for that to happen in Modern though. Alright, match number 2, we lost the Daryl again. Up against the best Max. I am terrified. I'd much prefer the worst Max. Well, it's chosen to play first. Begin with 7. I mean, if Skyclave Apparition is good, I just think this is probably not the best hand. Alright, would have preferred my 7. We'll keep this one. Ditch 2 Rattle Chains. Yep. Cool. Oh, is it Spirits? No, it could be Ad Nauseam. Could be Merfolk, but Merfolk doesn't really run Serum Visions. This is more of a combo deck trait. Control deck. Lotus Bloom. Alright, we called the Ad Nauseam. Oh, no. This hand is not good. Hand is not good at all. Having said that, our 7 wouldn't have been very good against Ad Nauseam either. Like, we want our spell quellers, right? Prism. Witch's Talisman, right. Okay, we find the spell queller. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and pass the turn. We'll hold some stuff up. Maybe they think we have counter spells or something. I mean, we do. We just can't cast it yet. Whoop. Alright, this is getting really annoying. Phyrexian Unlife. Okay, well this is a shit show now. We can Skyclave Apparition that away though. Guess it's nice that at least we have some way to deal with it. Alright, get into those 2 juicy points of damage. Opponent gets their Lotus Bloom, and I mean, we'll let them have this. And we'll go for the Ad Nauseam, the Chain Lightning, the Thassa's Oracle. We'll look to counter one of those effects. Obviously, we have represented Spell Queller by shocking in that land. And yeah, now it's just up to our opponent whether or not they feel ballsy enough to go for it. And if they do go for it, if they've got the second effect, like they can go for it a second time. Strangely enough, unlike on Boogles, I'm not just dead to Ad Nauseam just doing its thing on turn 3, turn 4. There is a game. Sleight of hand. You got it. Resolves. Alright, definitely ticking this vial up. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. We're not like pressured into doing Skyclave Apparition just yet, so I think I like going Mausoleum Wanderer here. And then that gives us an extra counterspell effect in case they've got like Pact of Negation or something. But I mean, Spell Queller comes in off Ether Vial anyway. Sure. You can have your spoils of the vault. That is A-okay, opponent. So opponent names the Ad Nauseam. That's a bit irritating. Ad Nauseam being at 5 mana. Guess we can vial in the Skyclave Apparition and destroy the Phyrexian Unlife instead. Wait. No, we'll stop in response to him casting this here. We got this. We got this. We'll get rid of the Phyrexian Unlife, and that's going to deal with everything we need to deal with. And then we can counter the Ad Nauseam with the Mausoleum Wanderer as well. Let's go. Look at us work this deck out retrospectively. OP. So Deafening Silence is going to be reasonable. Collector Oof here is actually good. Pithing Needle, probably not. If we're bringing in Oofs, we might want to take out some vials. Because we're bringing in Oof, we're bringing in Deafening Silence. I mean, does Deafening Silence even do anything? Probably not. It, like, does against some of their hands, but not against the other ones. Probably don't need like that many Rattle Chains or Selfless Spirits. I might just like trim on them, and yeah, we'll submit. But yeah, Oof is definitely nice because it shuts down their Lotus Blooms, their Pentad Prisms, that Witch Talisman as well. Definitely targets. Man, Skyclave Apparition's OP. Completely invalidated Ad Nauseam at instant speed. I guess we could have like waited until our opponent passed priority back to us after the ad nauseum finished resolving, and then killed him before he untapped to just get more information about the makeup of his deck, the 60 that we were versing. But that's boring. Okay, well, this seems fine. I'm going to keep. Deafening Silence is either great or awful. I guess we'll find out. It's like, if they're able to go for Thassa's Oracle, it just becomes way worse. But if they're not, then that's what I'm about. Hideaway lands. I don't think I've seen that many hideaway lands in ad nauseum before. That's sort of interesting. Hit another Mariner. Yeah, we'll just run out our Deafening Silence. That is fine by me. It's going to be awkward if he's holding on to like multiple Lotus Blooms here, but when would that ever happen? Actually, this like destroys his Lotus Blooms because they won't come in until like turn 3, right? Or turn 4. When it plays their only spell for turn. I am very smug about that. Fine, Noble Hierarch. Yeah, not the time for you, Mr. Noble. Yeah, I guess we should have responded and played our Rattle Chains. I just was fast yielding. Thoughtseize is definitely something that ad nauseum can have. It's something I've had them use a lot when they've been playing Bogles before. Looks like they're not super concerned about Rattle Chains. Maybe they have removal spells, Fatal Pushes, Path to Exiles. It's not uncommon. Alright, might as well lead on Noble Hierarch and get an attack for 3. There's like possibility he remands whatever we're doing here, and that's just sad, but I mean, I'm gonna go for it anyway. No remand. I guess Unsettled Mariner is actually instant speed because of the Rattle Chain, so that was silly playing it out in that spot. I could play it out end step here instead. Alright, so Oath should be a good one as well. And slowly we're just flooding the board with Hate Bear style effects. Opponent on 11. I mean, it's a 2-turn clock regardless of if we play Mariner or not. So I think we might be better off cycling this Horizon Canopy. I think our opponent was about to cast something, but then realized Deafening Silence is a card. Although it protects us against removal a lot if we go the Unsettled Mariner here. I think we're in a good position regardless. I think this is maybe safer. Great draw. Sack a Canopy. What do we find? Alright, so yeah, we'll just attack for 8. And as long as we keep our Rattle Chains alive, instant speed, Skyclave Apparition. Opponent has lost connection to the game. I mean, okay, it's rejoined. I'm gonna say there's something sus there for a minute, but I guess technology does fail us. Guess if there's no spot where we'd want a Skyclave apparition, we can cycle another Horizon Canopy. We could potentially crack our fetch land and do that, and then kill our opponent if we hit exactly Supreme Phantom. That's not like super duper likely. I wonder if any of the any new spoilers for Horizons 2. Alright, still no new spoilers. You like have no idea how much I'm like spamming update on that page looking for new spoilers, and how disappointed I am that it's been like a week. It's been over a week. It's been 2 weeks and they haven't done a second spoiler yet. Very sad. Alright, opponent has rejoined. I mean, fortunately for the integrity of the match here, we have plenty of time left on the clock and are in game 3. Unfortunately for me, I'm streaming, and you know, not the best for my viewers. Sorry, guys. I guess this is where something like Arena, where it adopts like the Hearthstone style of like timed play, and if you sit there not doing anything for a while, you get this like clock that gets sped up, and then you just start auto yielding through turns and phases and all of that. Sort of makes sense. I'm sort of actually thinking of getting into Arena and streaming that instead of Magic Online. But sort of, yeah, been having that thought the last couple of days. It is the more popular platform for people to watch on. I'd just be learning like a different format. So it'd either be learning what standard or historic, or is it just historic that's on Arena? I don't even know. I know they have their own little format which only exists on Arena and nowhere else. And that's about all I know. So yeah, hello to anyone just joining us. We're in our second game here against an Ad Nauseam deck, and opponent's unfortunately DC'd. We're just about to go to attacks and knock him down to 3. And we've got instant speed interaction for like their Phyrexian Unlife with our Skyclave apparition. Alright, so it looks like we do get to attack. Getting on in there. Alright, opponent's on 3. They get 1 turn. They also have to win through a deafening silence as well, which is possible with the existence of Thassa's Oracle. This second main play opponent. Very sneaky. So what I'm trying to do when I try to get under counter magic, I do this. Pentad Prism, I mean... Okay, buddy. Okay. Just gonna crack this to thin. I don't think I want to crack Horizon Canopy. Wait, they just can't go off, can they? Okay, so it like literally does not matter. We should crack Horizon Canopy then, because if we draw Spell Queller, we can counter like an Angel's Grace here. No, that has Split Second. We can't counter it. Okay. Well, anyway. In case Spell Queller was somehow relevant before our draw step. They can just cast Angel's Grace to stay alive for a turn here. Yep. Alright, so we put them to 1. Play out another Deafening Silence, and that'll do. And opponent concedes. Alright, I guess I didn't hit whatever piece they were looking for, so go us. We got to be extremely frustrating just then. Perks of the game. Not really, it's just like an existence in the game, right? You print lots of hate bear style versatile effects on cards. There's going to be some archetypes that get pretty strongly shut out, right? Alright, match number 3. We lost the die roll again. That's 3 games in a row. We're versing a Urian deck. I think this is good enough. I'm going to keep. Although if they get rid of my Ether Vial, that could be pretty dicey. Okay, so is this like the Saheeli combo deck? Or is this a Scape Shift deck? Another Noble Hierarch? I mean, I'll actually take that at the moment. My land sources are pretty scarce. So like Remorseful Cleric is just sort of worse graveyard hate than what a relic would be in this spot, because we theoretically want to be taking away their Wooded Foothills so that their Renin 6 doesn't get like value every turn. If we just like get a once off graveyard hate effect, it's not really where we want to be. Topia Sprawl. Red. Red green, Renin 6. Yep. Again, like, this would be a lot better if we were on the play here than on the draw. Fuck. Alright, well, if things weren't bad enough as it was, that suddenly makes them a lot worse. Jesus, man, don't do this shit to me. That's just not on, dude. Fucking rude. Flips the table, never gets to resolve a single card. Alright, well, I mean... cards are cool, but so are lands, right? Get the feeling like Pithing Needle could be decent. We probably want like a couple of Path to Exiles. A lot of these style decks at the moment, like even if they don't have a Saheeli combo or something, they might have like a Madcap Experiment combo. So having like some interaction for Platinum Empyrean is probably a smart idea, right? I don't really think I'm expecting Snapcaster Mages. I think like 4 cards is probably enough. Want to remove like 1 to 2 Hierarchs. 2 Selfless Spirits is probably fine. Not sure if it was like super the match for Skyclave Apparition. Alright, maybe something like that. 2 Hierarchs, a Coco, and a Skyclave Apparition. Another one-lander. Gotta be fucking kidding me, man. You gonna do this shit to me again? I think I'm mulligan. Keep bottom and apparition. Done. No turn 1 play. Rippity dip. Get ready for like just a random Thoughtseize, by the way. Jokes, they're just fixing the mana, which I much prefer. Okay. Only plays Rattle Chains. We don't have white mana for the Mariner here. Because my opponent could Teferi, which might make me want to Rattle Chains in response. I really hope this doesn't get countered, because I do want to pressure my opponent. If he, like, Assassin's Trophy, I think it's fine. Fatal Push, same crap. God, this is fucking awkward, isn't it? Alright, well, we've just, like, drawn really, really horribly. Like, I think there's very, very strong arguments for keeping both those hands. Game 1, matchup dependent and never hitting a second land. And this matchup, never hitting a third land or white mana is probably going to cost us this time. Could actually be Niv Mizzet Reborn here. That's probably the most fucking likely thing. Yeah, well, we knew Teferia was coming, because why wouldn't they have it perfectly on curve when we're land screwed, so... Alright, we're going to concede there. This is just a waste of time at this point. I can't empty my hand, and my opponent's way too established at that point. Way too established. But hey, we have match 4 shortly. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for match 4. Because we might actually be on the play, which would be absolutely fantastic. In a deck where, like, in a format where tempo is actually extremely important, being on the play makes a stupid amount of difference. I like the idea of Deafening Silence as tech in Spirits, though, because it's sort of only affects your opponent's side, not your own. Match number 4. Lost the die roll for a 4th time in a row. Wow. I don't think I've ever lost a die roll online 4 times in a row. Maybe in real life, but not online. Normally the RNG is better than that. Alright, we're versing Respect the Cat, and I hope the cat can respect us curving out, maybe. I would respect us curving out. A little bit of AFK to warm everyone's heart. Alright. Urian deck. Okay. Fun. Oh, and more fucking land screw. Dude, what the fuck? Sure, we can actually cast cards this time. I'll take it. It's pretty unlikely that we want to cast a Noble Hierarch and it makes a difference into us winning the game, so I think this is fine. It might actually just be a Hate Bears deck. Again, like, opponent just getting the play is actually pretty annoying for us, because that means our Aether Vial is going to have, like, 1 activation and then just be screwed over, which I'm really not a fan of. Razor Edge Thicket. Lead an Arbiter. Yep. Always yield. Click the S for turn. Well, that card's fucking useless. White, blue. Cast out Unsettled Mariner here. This'll stop him from, like, just land screwing us super hard, hopefully. Sword of Fire and Ice. Well, if we hit Skyclave Apparition, we can kill that. Sort of scared at the moment. I think his deck's doing more than what ours is. Speak of the fucking devil, here he is. Opponent just equip attack. We have an option to like chump block, and I don't think that I hate that. Like I don't hate that. Let's speak like a human, right? Selfless Spirit. And yeah, we'll trade it off. We can potentially get it back with, like, or get a token back with Moorland Haunt in the future. But I think this sort of Fire Art and Ice being online, pinging my stuff for free is not somewhere where I want to be, realistically. What do you mean? Just freaking click and target. I literally am clicking on you. I really don't like this. We're like super land flood at this point. We've hit nothing. We can't interact with the Sword of Fire and Ice. I think our opponent's about to start running away with the game, realistically. In the scheme of not even being slightly melodramatic, I think we're in extremely bad shape now. Keep like a 2-land... Was it 2 or 3-land hand? I can't remember. And yeah, I think it was a 2-land hand, and we've drawn 4 lands. So what even? Alright, we have to pay the 2 first, and then do the this, and then do the this. Cool. So it's probably going to give protection from green, attack. And then start shooting down our Unsettled Mariner, our rattle chains, and we're pretty much doomed from that point. This feels really bad. It's like a blue-white spirit or just white. It's just white. That's actually good. One of the few things that's good about like what's going on here. Our opponent getting a 1,000,000 card draw and having a way better board state. That's not on. Makes me very sad. When it enters the battlefield, you may look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell that cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Alright, right on time. I just fucking skipped through my pre-combat. I think we're just fucked anyway, though. Alright, so in response to blocks, we can actually snap off our opponent's creature there, which is super nice. And we can actually activate the Noble Hierarch as well. I guess that didn't do anything then. Okay. I thought it was going to save us. I guess we were 3-2. Yeah. Awkward, Parent Toughness. This has like... I didn't know this had flying. That's pretty insane. Fucking, why wouldn't you randomly just top deck something that absolutely, completely, and utterly invalidates my one, like, out here? Like, that's so stupid, man. Really? A Collected Company, a Skyclave Apparition, either of those things would be tops. That's protection from white, right? Yeah. Goodbye, board state ever. Opponent draws everything. Another Giver of Runes. You could just stop. Cool. Alright, well that was just supremely bad. I think like Collector Roof has some play here. Path to Exile is actually very good. Pithing Needle probably less so. I think we take out our Ether Vial. Not sure how much we want Skyclave Apparition, excuse me. I mean, Spell Queller. Slide out one Spell Queller. Skyclave Apparition is obviously just the best card in the matchup. Man, like, if we have Unsettled Mariner on the play here, it's pretty hard for our opponent to answer. Cool. Good old one-landers. Love them to death. No blue mana in this one. God. Maybe I should just be running blue-white. This land base fucking sucks, dude. Alright, keep whatever this is. Mausoleum Wanderer, probably not the best. And guess we get rid of Supreme Phantom. Get rid of, like, Oof, but I think the play is actually get rid of the Supreme Phantom. Maybe not. Maybe we get rid of Cavernous Souls and keep a one-lander. Is that just overthinking it? Maybe. I think I have to go for it though. Alright, Guy Pass. Ether Vial. Alright, well at least we shut off their Ether Vial. That is something. And we hit a land. Cool. Alright, things actually working out so far. Stirring Wildwood. That has not seen play in like 5 years? That's crazy. So we'll just go ahead and attack. Opponent with the Path to Exile. I mean, hey, we get land. And I'm sure our opponent will be very upset to see the next Collector Roof hit the battlefield. Ah, he gets a sneaky giver in. We could have got like 1 point of damage through then. Maybe. No, we couldn't have. She's gonna flick wisp out Oof and then vial something in. Dude, this Oof it seems like fucking garbage here. Maybe it's not worthwhile. It'll just like completely undermine us. Phyrexian Revoker? Why? What? I'm not sure our opponent's read activated abilities with the chosen name can't be activated Wait, is this not accept mana abilities? Wow, that actually stops it. Stops mana abilities. I didn't know that. Huh. Huh. How bizarre. So we could attack and offer our oof to the slaughter. And that doesn't seem very good. Kind of can't play both these cards while this is on the battlefield. It's like, what's more important, the Giver of Runes or their Flicker Wisp? I think it's just their Flicker Wisp, right? I mean, their Giver of Runes. So we'll Skyclave Apparition now. Get rid of Giver of Runes. He can give something protection from green if he wants. And, you know, we'll just let that happen. Cool. See what other, like, really annoying interactions he has for against us here. Now the Giver of Runes. Great. Lead and Arbiter. Okay, that's less bad. Fuck, this thing is screwing me over so bad. How? Oh my god. No cards in hand. We're on 12. This is his board state. Realistically, Mariner's not doing much on its own. I think we're just best off playing the Supreme Phantom here. We can attack for 4. Seems good. Yeah, this, like, Aethervar did nothing for our opponent this game. Like, they ended up getting one thing into play off of it. No, 2 things into play off of it. Okay, I guess it did something. Absolutely trade Revoker with Collector if you're given the option. But of course he has Giver of Runes, so that's not really how things work. Take 3. Another land. Opponent still has not been putting Yuri into hand. Okay, here he comes. Yuri into hand. Several turns later. Still absolute garbage. So we can just go ahead and attack for 1. Get our Exalted. Opponent doesn't have any flying blockers yet. Now we can play like 2 things. But I can like Flicker Wisp, get rid of one of our blockers, but that's it. So we just want to commit as much as we can to the board then. Getting like some other lords would be nice here. I just did not expect Phyrexian Revoker to shut down Noble Hierarch. I expected it to be like Suppression Field, like Pithing Needle. Yeah, that's odd. That's something new. So opponent can Yuri an instant speed here. So I think if we double block, it'll probably force him into doing that. I think this is beneficial for us. Actually, This puts us in an awkward spot because if he goes to damage in here and is willing to actually trade, he is. Then if he Urian, no, that doesn't work. Okay. So you literally exile the Ether Vial and that's it. I am okay with that. Now that's what I'm talking about. Finally. I don't think we can attack though. We could attack with Skyclave Apparition. They just got a Giver of Runes on the block though. We've only got blue flyers at the moment, which makes this Urian kill us in 2 turns. We need a path. How bizarre, how bizarre. Or you could just rip a fucking Stoneforge Mystic off the top and get a Batterskull or a sword. Yeah, well, that's extremely scary now. Holy cow, dude. Right on time. Yeah, just Giver of Runes makes it impossible for us to ever attack. It's ridiculous. Maybe if our opponent was at 7, we could look at like attacking all out and getting some damage through, but it's so dumb. So he does that. Right. Can we potentially kill on the counterattack? 8. Fuck, you keep drawing really well, opponent. Keep drawing really, really well. This is fucking crazy. Don't think we can kill with him getting a flyer like that. Cool. I mean, I guess we can try for an Alpha Strike and attack with everything, but I can't imagine a world where we actually win. I have to put it on a Spirit. Lame. Let's see what happens with the blocks. Let our opponent do the hard work. Attacking with Noble Harag because it's literally not going to matter next turn. Either we kill them or we don't. And yeah, look at this. We get 8 damage through. We're just way too short. This Phyraxi Invoker actually screwed us so hard. I was laughing, but yeah, it screwed us so hard. And like, now we have the better board state at this point. Well, maybe not the better board state, but we have a good board state. But obviously we're on 2. The game's already over. Opponent untaps, attacks, wins. I think I want to play another league with just blue-white spirits. That's what I'm thinking. Match number 5. The 5th match in a row we have lost the die roll. Wow. Like, if Skyclave Apparition is good, this is okay. If not, it's probably just too slow and shit. Okay. Skyclave Apparition might be good. Alright, we'll go ahead, crack that one. Garden should be fine. Rattle chains off the top. I'll take the rattle chains. I'll take holding up instant speed rattle chains here. Seems good. Yes, I should have played the cabins. Alright, my brain's already gone to fucking mush, you can tell. You might just, like... His best play might be Remand. He might be using an Archmage's Charm here. Yeah, so... Literally just gets a free Remand off because I'm an idiot. Alright. Do the same thing but with Cavern. And like this game is just like gone way too long. This same hand with a Mausoleum Wanderer probably would have been fine. Also, if I, you know, read my own card named Cavernous Souls, that would have potentially have made sense. Play that one out for the prowess trigger. Attacks. Anything else we might want to do is, of course, instant speed, so that's all good. End step, opponent is gone for something. Archmage's Charm. Boy, oh boy, I wish I had a Spell Queller in hand here. Like, anything wins us this game, it's going to be the Cabinet of Souls, though. I'm not sure how scared of Anger of the Gods I need to be as well. I don't really think I want to crack this Flooded Strand here. I actually don't hate drawing an extra land. Just because our hand's so full of spells. Cool. So we get a nice little attack here. Opponent looking to snap custom age chump block. We can like Collected Company and response, but I think we just look to Skyclave Apparition here. Before he gets the block. And then his Snap Custom Age doesn't get like very good value. Can Archmage's Charm take my Noble Hierarch? I mean, it blocks 2 damage. It's not the end of the world. I just tap it in response, and then you get it from next turn onwards. But yeah. I think his best mode for Archmage's Charm is to just draw cards. Yeah, that's what he's going for. I think I'll crack at this point. I'm starting to not want to draw lands anymore. We'll Selfless Spirit here. Off the Cavern, uncounterable. Opponent hits their cleanup step, has to discard. Discards a Spell Snare. Oof. We have an attack for 8 here. That's a lot. We have more land too. So probably my least favorite thing about the Spirit so far is the creatures without flying get kind of annoying. Like, they're easy to block for our opponents. But overall, their effects are so powerful, I think they're needed at the moment. Let's go ahead and look for a Spell Queller. Cool. Am I trying to counter my own collected company there? What am I doing? Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay. So then they should enter. We get their triggers. Put them on the stack. Attack for 8. Opponent at 5. So we got to cast our first collected company in our 5th match. Had a lot more games than that so far. Another Coco, really, opponent? Rude as fuck, but we gotta play. We got this, people. Opponent concedes. They see the writing on the wall. Alright. So we get a game there against Blue Moon. I don't really see too much in the sideboard we want. We might want some Remorseful Clerics, and I think that's the extent of it. There's potential they go for some sort of combo in their deck. And that we want Path to Exiles, but possibly not. I don't really think Skyclave Apparition's the best value here, so I might just take a couple of those out for the Remorseful Clerics, and we can get into it. Doom Tomb. Nice Spirit Lockup. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the league's not been going so nice, but game 1 there, absolutely on fire. We're going to go ahead and keep this one. We also had double Cavernous Souls to really make things good for us. And we hit the Spell Queller that we needed off of our collected company. A lot needed to go right for us to win a game. Alright, Aether Vial. We might get a Braided. Yeah. If we do, we do. Yield. Open it up. Cool. Alright, we'll play out a Hierarch and then I'll look to pass the turn. Can Mausoleum Wanderer potentially if they go for like a 2-mana kill spell. But Mausoleum Wanderer might just be good to keep. Full stop. Lightning Bolt. Sure. Plus an Opt. Opt to the bottom. Alright, we'll get our guy into play. I'm not going to crack land because I actually want to draw land here with this hand. Right on time. Alright, let's play a Hierarch pre-combat. Look to attack. If our opponent, you know, wants to get tricky, we have Supreme Phantom here. I don't think I just want to... I don't really want to just put Supreme Phantom onto the battlefield yet. Feels a bit hasty. Deceiver or Exarch? Sure. Alright, well, our hand has been forced. Supreme Phantom is down. Looks like a blue-red Kiki Jiki deck now. Lightning Bolt. That's freaking rude, man. What the hell? Alright, so we get to tick this one up. Awesome. If we try to cast one of these spirits now, we can potentially just get locked out by like a remand, which I'm not a huge fan of. Just like having my mana eaten up. If he goes for Kiki Jiki, I mean, he needs an extra mana before he can look to go for Kiki Jiki, but if he does, we can Skyclave Apparition away the Deceiver Exarch. It's on defense now for some reason. I'm a little bit confused. End step, we'll just Violin the Skyclave Apparition. Cool beans. Alright, now we no longer need to tick up Vial. It can stay where it is. We draw another Supreme Phantom. Dude, I would absolutely love to be able to get these into play right now. I guess I can get one into play with Spell Queller backup. It's a little bit risky though. Alright, looks like we just get to attack for 6. Are you giving me the Prismari Commander, your opponent? I'll definitely take it if he is. Snapcaster Bolt. You already tapped your red mana. That seems like an oversight. We'll Spell Queller the Snappy. So in for 7, put him to 9. Should have lethal next attack. You like holding up Skyclave as a response to the combo? Yeah. I think we can do that. He just missed land drop, so I wanted to pressure him with something on the board and attacking. And yeah, I mean, it's probably better if he spends the mana on the combo. I think I agree with you. It just let me have nice tempo and let me be aggressive. So, that's actually the league over. Let's jump over here and I'll just give you guys a quick rundown on what I thought of the deck. Alright, so we've changed screens. And get rid of that one. Alright, so mostly I didn't verse matchups where Unsettled Mariner really did anything. I think that was a bit frustrating. Personally, I didn't really like splashing for the green here today. I don't think it added enough. We had the 4 Hierarch, 2 Cocos in the main, and the 2 Collector Roofs in the sideboard. And it really didn't feel like it added what we wanted it to. So I think next time I play this deck, I'm just going to be looking to play the blue-white spirit list instead. I should have a list of that somewhere, but I'm not quite seeing it at the moment. Oh, but yeah, obviously just with the nicer land base, which isn't quite as awkward on itself as what we had here today. Alright, so we're going to be moving on. We're going to be playing humans now. Okay, so I had pretty decent results with humans when I streamed it on Tuesday. I've been playing it a bit over the last couple of weeks and I'm enjoying it, obviously. Got the same thing of Unsettled Mariner to help protect our creatures from these burn decks. Other than that is your usual suite of Meddling Mages to stop them from casting spells, Kite-Save Freebooters to take cards out of their hand, Thalias to protect you against control type decks, and Thalia's Lieutenants champion the parish to provide with a good clock. Then top end of Manus Rider, which is just great. Reflector Mage, and for bounce effects, and General Kudrow for the Anthem. A little bit of an upside. I've actually got the Militia Bugler in here for a card advantage type effect as well. It does have Vigilance too, which is nice. So in the sideboard here today, I'm going to be playing Dranith, the Magistrate. And your opponent can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. So I guess if an opponent goes for like Bring to Light or a Snapcaster Mage into something, Dranith becomes quite important. I can just look to Violet into play, shatter our opponents off of doing that. I think it should be pretty good for us in that regard. Auriok Champion for Burn type decks, Collector for Tron type decks, Skyclave Apparition for Heliod and some other decks, Dismember for creature decks, and another Reflector Mage for tempo in creature matchups. So that is the deck, guys. I can't just randomly look up humans. Okay, there it is. Alright, we've changed it over. And we'll look to get into the next league now. So yeah, it should be good. I think humans is in a decent spot right now. I don't think it's the best deck in the format, but I think that it's a lot better than where it has been in like more toxic metagames. I really like the interactive pieces of Meddling Mage, Kite-Save Freebooter, all of them. They definitely speak to me. I'll get the Stream Decker updated for everyone as well. Everyone over on Twitch. Alright, so match number 1 here. We're versing Talisker. We lost the die roll. No, we won the die roll. We won the die roll. Let's go. Alright, this hand seems good. We're going to keep. So we'll lead things off with Worst Cavernous Souls. And we'll get into it. Godless Shrine intapped. another unclaimed territory. I guess we go human, and we go for the freebooter, and then we can attack afterwards, after we get that champion trigger. Looks like a Hate Bears deck, and we haven't got many targets there for our Kitesail freebooter, unfortunately. If we had have waited a turn, we would have a target for it. So Concealed Courtyard comes on down. Stoneforge Mystic comes on down. We got the Reflector Mage. I'm not really sure it's where we want to be. Batterskull to hand. So if we like Bugler here, what can we find? Creature with power of 2 or less. So we'd be looking at Thalia, which isn't great. Thalia is the Lieutenant, which is great. Meddling Mage, which is reasonable. Unsettled Mariner, Reflector Mage, or Bugler. I guess Noble Hierarch and Champions as well. There's a lot of targets. I think General Kudrow just puts the most pressure on our opponent though, right? I don't really think we want to Reflector Mage, give him access to an extra sword effect. I think we just Bugler. This seems hard. Alright, we find a Kitesail freebooter. That's nice. It's our only creature in the top 4. Guess we're getting rid of the lands which we kind of actually need to curve out. Super awkward. Opponent plays a Silent Clearing. Alright, we hit an Ancient Ziggurat. So we can Champion of the Parish here. I think we're taking 1 hit from this Batterskull, and then we can try to deal with it in some way. If I could instant speed Kitesail freebooter in response to the Stoneforge Mystic activation, that would be really nice, but I can't. Not without Ether Vial. Alright, so attacks, we can't attack with the Bugler yet. Not until we get like a Thalia's Lieutenant happening. Here comes the Batterskull. I'd be surprised if he blocked. He does not. Get attacked by Germ. He's probably going to play a Flicker Wisp and like exile my Champion of the Parish, which kind of sucks. Till he drew that Marsh Flats. Late Spellbinder. Well, he knows about the Kitesail freebooter. I think he gets decent value here, but not amazing. He takes a Reflector Mage. Makes sense. We hit the territory. So we can just bounce the Germ token here and go for a big attack. I think that's fine. Attack, 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 attack. Attack. Maybe leave general back. Yeah. Alright, well that's good tempo. Opponent can land into Battleskull, attack us. And then we can general Kudro to destroy it. If they block like this, they won't have a creature to do that with though. That's odd. Okay. He's put himself to 2. He can't Winds of Abandon. I guess he's just killing himself. Ah, gets the Battleskull back. Okay. Surprising he didn't go for the Flickerless line. Yeah, I thought he would. Well, we can just get rid of the gem token here anyway and kill him, I think. So we need Black Banner. Get a fresh look at our opponent's hand. Oh, we get a Maul of the Skyclaves. Very nice. Unfortunately, we're probably going to give it back to our opponent for the greater good here. So we can do this instant speed, right? Yeah. Wait. We don't want to destroy our own creature. We want to choose that one. Pay 2. Sack 2 humans. These 2 champions of the parish. Then our opponent goes to neg 3. Cool. Easy as that. Or something. So Skyclave Apparition seems good. I'm not sure how I feel about Reflector Mage type effects here. Dismember's probably good. Thalia's First Strike is good, but its actual effect of making non-creature spells cost more to cast is pretty average. I'd say Kite Sail Freebooter is worse than Skyclave Apparition. I think I still might want 2 copies of it though. I guess Reflective Mage is actually okay against Giver of Runes. Specifically. I don't know if we want all of them though. Actually, Meddling Mage is probably just bad. Because they can violin through it. Yeah, so we'll leave in our Kite Sail Freebooter, our Reflector Mage, and a Thalia instead. Okay. Actually, Dranith might be good. Opponent cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Depending on the wording on Urian and the wording on Flicker Wisp, actually. I spelled it wrong. Oh, lame. Type #1. Why is it not working? Oh, do I just hit 1 like that? Oh, there we go. This hand seems awful. It just says return. It's not a cast effect on the Flicker Wisp at least. And this is a return effect as well. Oh, this hand is a lot better. We're going to keep. Might go ahead and ditch an unclaimed territory. We can get like Thalia with First Strike happening. That's kind of nice. But Giver of Runes just invalidates it a fair bit. So, Vile Trigger happens. Lead and Arbor is like at least like just useless against us. So wait, opponent's got fetch lands in his Urian deck. What? Seems a bit odd. Get our Champion of the Parish trigger and attack for 2. You could Path to Exile in response here. I really don't care if that's his line. Or Winds of Abandon. Sure. Vanishing Verse. Later you play your Thalia's Lieutenant. The better usually with humans. So gonna just look to attack here. Can't imagine a 2-drop with more than 2 toughness here. Free 2 points of damage through. Now we can Bugler. Find it with a Stoneforge Mystic, yeah? He's actually, for some reason, doing this beforehand. So then I get information about what equipment he's getting, which seems a bit bizarre. But hey. Now that's what I'm talking about. Skyclave Apparition to hand. Let's go. Gotta deal with these pesky Sword of Fire and Ices somehow. So I'm just gonna make the assumption my opponent already has Batterskull in hand and is probably gonna Batterskull this turn. So we're just gonna play out an Aether Vial here and then look to pass the turn. Probably a Skyclave Apparition hitting the board. Wasteland Strangler. I mean, we've got a card in exile, don't we? Lame sauce. That sucks. I guess I'm supposed to Thalia's Lieutenant there. So you can equip this, he can attack for 5, he'll deal 2 damage to our face, draw a card. Sure, nothing I can do about any of that. That all just happens. Name Spirit on this one. 1, 2, 3, Skyclave. Three. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of Sword of Fire and Ice. Bargain. Lithalia's Lieutenant now. With the trigger on the stack, we activate our Ether Vial. Puts our Noble Hierarch in. So Thalia's Lieutenant gets a counter. Noble Hierarch also gets a counter. Niche interaction of humans. Opponent can go ahead and destroy my Skyclave Apparition, make a chump blocker. Chump blocker is only going to have 3 power and toughness though, so the Bugler will be decent. Alright. We'll see what happens. Some action will happen soon. Alright, so we finally get to place our triggers. Get to attack. Get an Exalted trigger too. Alright, Skyclave Apparition. There he is. Rude boy. So if he like blocks with everything here, we'll kill the Skyclave Apparition first. Chooses to do nothing because obviously Skyclave Apparition with Flicker Wisp just means he can exile pretty much our whole board. Put like a Yuri into hand or something. Okay, lame. It's just gonna Skyclave Apparition away our whole board. Or Wasteland Strangler. We don't have any cards in exile though, so that's interesting. Plus a Fatal Push. Great. I don't know if Wasteland Strangler's neg 3 works without You may put a card an opponent owns from exile into that player's graveyard. If you do, target creature gets neg 3 until end of turn. I mean, this is my exile, right? And there's nothing in it. So, no pressure to block that. It's not going to work unless he... If he Flicker Wisps away my Noble Hierarch, he can then waste not Strangler the Thalia's Lieutenant. And then, like, I just left with 0 creatures, and he's left with 5. That'd actually be, like, a really sweet line for him. See, like, I did try Charming Prince in Humans, and I really didn't like it, but in a deck like Hate Bears, it just does so much more with the exile. Exiling, like, Athalia's Lieutenant might happen once in a blue moon, but, like, getting these Wasteland Strangler triggers, Skyclave Apparition, that new 3-mana flying thing that they've got. Yeah, so much better. Mm-hmm. Does he not realize he has to click through? Or is he just confused? Basically, we need like some live drawers off the top of our library to actually do anything here. We tick our vial up to 2. We can play any 2 drop off the ether vial and any 3 drop off of the mana we have. I guess we got Noble Hierarch as well, actually. So we could play double 3 drop if that was to occur. No, we couldn't. That's silly. that's not the way ether vial works. Cool. What a garbage draw. Cycle Horizon Canopy. Now that's a draw. But we can't do both this and Mantis Rider because I tapped the blue mana. Okay, well, we'll just do Mantis Rider. That's fine. Attack for 4. Do you have the flyer? You do not. Excellent. So if we tapped our land perfectly there, we could have had Thalia's Lieutenant at 4 and a Noble Hierarch as a blocker here. It's really frustrating. I don't think we can trade off either of them here. Rip to me for tapping the wrong land. Alright, this is definitely going up to 3. All our best stuff is at 3 mana. Yes, our best stuff. Let's go. Alright, well, we have plenty of blocks on the ground. Opponent has to have something to do because he's not tapped out for this Urian, right? Alright, here comes the hurt. Cool. What was our next card? It's the power of hate bears, people. I guess he has both Path to Exile and Fatal Push, so maybe Meddling Mage is a little bit better than I initially gave it credit for. Thalia still seems pretty bad, though. I don't know if, like, Noble Hierarch's super where we want to be against a Fatal Push deck. Let's take out some of those things. Cool. Alright, we get to play this time, which is good. Good old one-landers. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. I mean, unfortunately, we have to throw this. One-lander, but slightly different. I don't know. I guess we keep. I don't want to go down to 5 cards against this deck. Like, that just seems like a bad time to me. I think Like, my bottoms are between the Unsettled Mariner, the Reflector Mage, and the Mantis Rider here. Double Unsettled Mariner might be quite good at protecting my board, so I kind of like the idea of having that. Reflector Mage could be really good on tempo, particularly because we're on the play, but we'd have to rip 2 lands in a row for that to be really super likely, and like Mantis Rider just seems good. I think it's just the Reflector Mage goes. And yeah, it'd be really, really nice to hit land here. Actually curve out. Ether Vial, nice. Fuck. Alright, we lose. He'd have to have a pretty weak hand for us to get him on tempo here. Only kept to 7, so that's probably not very likely. We're like, in this spot we're effectively on the draw with how this played out, but we got to deal 1 damage to our opponent. Wall of Omens? What? Okay. Cool. If we attack here, we could get blocked by a Thalia, by a Giver of Runes. So it's a bad attack. Damn, unlucky. This one sucks. We could like mulligan to 5 there, but it's pretty unlikely we see as higher value cards as Champion of the Parish, Protective Effects, and Mantis Rider. Like, okay, opponent holding up some description of interaction. We hit something. Let's go. I think this is a spot where we Ether Vial first. So then we can get Meddling Mage out, name Fatal Push, and shut down their Fatal Push. And I think I'm happy slow rolling this Thalia's Lieutenant. It seems like my opponent's had a bit of a slow hand so far. And Thalia's Lieutenant on the Mantis Rider would be really good as well. I guess Champion of the Parish could be a good blocker, so there's no point just blindly throwing it into Wall of Omens yet. But yeah, we actually get a really good next turn as long as they don't deal with our Ether Vial now. Meddling Mage is definitely awkward into their Ether Vial because I can't name any of their creatures, but if I can name Path to Exile and Fatal Push, seems probably better than it is bad, right? Seems good. Ah! Opponent with the Path to Exile targeting the expensive one. Right. Still no Vial active yet. Alright. I feel like he's got multiple Skyclave apparitions at this point. Is he targeting his wall or is he targeting my Champion of the Parish? I don't think he really goes for champion of the parish here, but you know, you never know, maybe. He does! Wait. Wait. Oh, wait, he got rid of the Unsettled Mariner. Oh, wow, what are you even thinking for? You just, like, fucking auto-win, man. Like, come on, dude. There's no thought process needed there. Another lieutenant? I mean, sure. So, the way we do this is we lieutenant, trigger on the stack, activate Vial, put Mantis Rider into play, trigger, both of them get counters now. Attack for 4. So, let's hope our Haymaker guy is good here, because our opponent just got a nice, clean 2 for 0. Charming Prince, go for it. We still have a card in exile, so we can get value here. Fatal Push as well. Yeah, fucking hell, man. We're just getting, like, slapped about at the moment. Fuck, could we stick a creature, opponent? Like, could you just give us a creature, dude? It's fucking ridiculous. I must say, like, the variant of the deck with Waste Not Strangler lines up extremely well into us here. It's just, like, not even close. Maul of the Skyclaves randomly, too. Good. Good. And a Charming Prince. Yeah, you can go ahead and reset that counter on my Unsettled Mariner now. Although, if he does that, it gets countered by the Unsettled Mariner ability. I guess he just goes for Wall of Omens, draw a card, gain 3 life. Interesting. Could, like... No, this has got flying. We can't trade both creatures for it. Alright, we need to click always no to this. It's pissing me off. Alright, well, we're drawing, like, everything in the wrong order at the moment. We're drawing all our cheap stuff now that it doesn't really do anything. So, the Mariner, attack. Yeah, if he can interact with a single creature of mine here, I'm dead. If not, I go to 1 and I'm probably dead next turn. Charming Prince again. I mean, like, yeah, he just got way too much value off these creatures here. They lined up really well. Really, really well. Ah, unlucky. I didn't want that counter anyway. I wasn't going to use it. Pay life. Pay life. Alright, it's not letting me pay life. Lame. I'm trying to suicide there. It's not going very well. Oh, well, that has to be the most difficult variant of Hate Bears that we could have possibly versed, and I think there's still possibility for us to win in that spot, even though we didn't. Alright, well, we found our opponent here. Well, let's get into match number 2. So, match number 2, Lost the Dials versus Milliken. Apparently, I've lost my chat box here. Show game log, show chat log. I don't know why shit like that just randomly closes. It's really odd. I think we keep. Like, if Thali is good, then we're okay. If not, we're probably fucked. But we'll see what happens. Opponent is currently 0-0 according to this one. Lieutenant. Okay, well, I don't actually mind the Lieutenant there because that gives me double Lieutenant on turn 4. With Thalia into Mantis Rider, which is pretty good. Yep, here's a Savvy Trio. Flagstone. Opponent going for that Cleansing Wildfire on himself, ramping that mana on up. Boom. I mean, could you not? Fuck me, man. Nahiri Boom. Great. So fun. Like, if we're on a play, we have Thalia on the board at that point as well, and he can't boom. Not until turn 3. So, yeah, that's great. Dude, chill the fuck out, man. Like, just leave my land alone. Alright, we'll see if this ever survives. White, blue, and red. Aether Vial shows up right when we need it. I really wish, like, you could count it, like, cycle this for a few mana or something. That would be so much nicer. 3 mana Lightning Helix. You got it, opponent. Alright, take 2. Oh, that's right. We need to pay 1 more if we want to cast that. That's not going to work. Well, he probably knows we have Aether Vial now. Unless that was us next leveling him, huh? Huh? Alright, 300 Lightning Helixes. We are literally dealing negative damage. Dude, this deck is fucking annoying to verse. Again, like, the difference that the play and the draw makes as well. Oh, whatever. Good old Thalia's Lieutenant with no value whatsoever. And we haven't drawn, like, you know, Meddling Mages or Kitesail Freebooters or anything to have, like, any sort of interaction. Like, this would have been a great hand against the Hate Bears deck. And then, like, it's just absolutely awful in this matchup. It feels bad. Go on, exile my Aether Vial. That's the play you know you want. Feels like he's blowing up all the lands. I don't really care if that's the play. Season Pyromancer. And a Lightning Helix too, why not? I don't know why you're... Wait, floating mana there. What? What? Bizarre. Actually, stop always, yes. Always yield. Cool. It's about time. Guess technically I should leave that in hand. Attack Nahiri, attack you. I don't think I attack with the third one. Maybe I just attack Nahiri with both. Leaving it to plus is probably fine, actually. Yeah, I think this is okay. Maybe we cycle the Horizon Canopy in case we find a Champion of the Parish or a Noble Hierarch. And then we could have attacked with the third Thalia's Lieutenant. Oh, sorry, the second Thalia's Lieutenant. Filtering away that land. Let's go. Just have nothing. Just have nothing. Just have nothing. For the love of God, just have nothing. Amazing. Hooray. Ooh, I like that one. Fuck off, man. Just stop. Why has he got this much creature removal? Dude, please. Cycle. Draw. Doesn't really matter what I go for here, because there's no Seasoned Pyromancers in the grave. I guess, fortunately, we had these Horizon Canopies to dig us a little bit deeper, which was nice, and we didn't blank. We hit a General Kudrow, which is also nice. We need to actually get damage through and kill these Planeswalkers, though. It's a really big issue. Opponent knows what we're going to do here. He's dreading it because now we Thalia's Lieutenant into play and get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer. And he doesn't want to lose Seasoned Pyromancer because it's a really good blocker. Cleansing Wildfire, super not exciting. If he goes after my land here, I'm actually happy because it thins my deck. Oh, he goes after his own land. He wants to thin his own deck. Go figure. Gets a mountain, gets a plane. So Nahiri's probably going to neg and hit my Thalia, I would assume. Oh, he pluses? Okay. Means Chandra also needs to plus. Unless he's got a proliferate effect. There is a 3-mana burn spell that proliferates, right? Oust. Amazing. Every fucking time you just keep drawing these fucking 0 cards in hand, you just keep drawing this shit. I think we leave it on 2. Cool. Great. Just try and kill Nahiri. So now Nahiri can get rid of my General Kudrow. And did he actually just hit a land and like blank on a spell maybe? Oh, Gideon. Yeah, I'll have a Gideon. Sure, thanks. Rip. Dude, what is this shit? I literally have so many cards in this deck that are good against what he's doing. And it just doesn't matter. Fantastic. Rip. What? Alright, well, we're out of this one. We're into sideboarding. Opponent got fucking lucky as all hell. I know he has card advantage in his deck, but that is ridiculous, man. So Skyclave Apparition seems good. Reflected Mage seems bad. Aureok Champion is a creature that doesn't die. What's the wording on Nihiri, actually? We're gonna look this one up, because we might want Dranith. Hopefully. Cool. So, and shuffle your library. Search your library for an artifact or creature card. Put it onto the battlefield. Why can't I read cast it without paying its mana cost? This card's like so pointless. Feels really bad, actually. Bugler's like semi-reasonable. Think Noble Hierarch's kind of weak here. He might bring in like Artifact Destruction for our Ether Vials too. Maybe like one Vial out and a bunch of Hierarchs. Yeah, whatever. Watch me get land screwed and complain about land problems. Cool, keep. Turn 2 General Kudro. I guess it's not like amazing. I guess I don't really like this. Maybe I'm actually supposed to turn 2 the Thalia's Lieutenant and attack him for 2 with Noble Hierarch. Oddly enough. Unless I draw another 2-drop. I think maybe I should just mulligan this hand. This doesn't have anything proactively, like that proactively denies what our opponent does. Oh, no removal spell yet. Amazing. It's on its way. Give the illusion that we have lands in our deck here, which we absolutely do not. Not ones that we can target off a Cleansing Wildfire. We, however, have like good lands against a Blood Moon. Get ready. Rip apart. Going after my Hierarch. Interesting. Well, we saw like 300 Lightning Helixes last game, so let's just name Lightning Helix. Fucking rip apart postboard. Jesus, dude. I don't know how we win this matchup. I really don't. We need like a Vile hand with Freeboot Athalia and Unsettled Mariner. Why are you taking so long, dude? You can't cast anything. Have you got Gut Shot? Gut Shot's literally the only card that would matter here. Just fucking play time efficient. Your deck is so bullshit. If you need to like go to the door or go to the bathroom, just write a quick BRB. People will get it. They'll understand. They'll be like, yeah, sure. We can just talk about something different for a while. So much fucking rudeness because people just don't put their face to the game. It's ridiculous. I guess it's a decent time for me to run to the bathroom real quick and be right back. So yeah, we'll be right back. Oh my goodness, we have priority. What is going on? Apparently, I click on that and... Alright, Lightning Helix. Has to be the most likely card. Judged off of what we saw last game, and then it's Oust, and then it's Path. Cool. Opponent ramps himself. That's fine by me. Now we can General Kudro. We can get a good attack. We can deal a lot of damage. I'm very happy about all of this. Oh, Path to Exile. Oust. Which one? Which one, opponent? Which one? Just pick it up from your bag of bullshit. Sure. We actually get a look at his hand, and now we can see how lucky he is with his card draws as well. Choose target opponent. Jeez, I wonder which opponent I'm going to be choosing. You have literally nothing in hand. Okay, cool. I didn't play Island there because I'm drawing Meddling Mage next turn anyway, so... It's all fine. Sacred Foundry intapped. Oh, you drew something! Fucking Jesus, the rich get richer with these card draws. Doesn't care about this Kite Sail freebooter at all. What the fuck is this, man? How much do you have to pay to get, like, card draws that are that powerful? Magic's like suddenly pay to win for some reason. I mean, it kind of is with the power level and the tier 1 decks and everything. Modern used to be about like being good at your archetype, but not really anymore. Opponent plays Mountain. Fucking, you could not get any luckier, dude, could you? Jesus. And protects the Nihiri here. Right. Oh, he's actually got land in hand. Okay, we blank. Unlucky squad. And unfortunately, I think I have to attack Nihiri here. And with Meddling Mage, I think I named Gideon. Because he could hit any number of removal spells. Gideon, comma, ally. Ally of Zendikar. Cool. Alright, what bullshit are you ripping off top this time? Oh, he's starting with a plus. Discard. Season Pyromancer, refill whole hand. Boom. Sure, whatever. I don't care about that. I mean, I kind of do because of the Skyclave apparition, but whatever. He, like... He didn't see Skyclave apparition last match, did he? Like, it's just a bullshit prediction. A lot of circumstances where going after Ancient Ziggurat is worse. Alright. Get rid of Nihiri. Attack for bunch. Alright, you have literally nothing. You have one card. All this damage. I mean, Anger of the Gods would get us pretty good. Fucking Jesus, man. Not even sure what I want to, like, change at this point. I think probably, especially on the draw, things like Noble Hierarch and Aetherval are important because turn 2, Boom Bust, Cleansing Wildfire, all that shit is very irritating. Maybe, like, Auriok Champion's just too greedy. They have Oust anyway, and Path to Exile. Just get rid of the Auriok Champion. It's a slow clock. It's not interactive enough. Ancient Ziggurat, Freebird. I mean, okay, whatever. See what happens. It's slow, but our last hand was also slow. You got it? Oh, double white. You don't got it. It's an interesting way of ramping yourself. Dahlia's Lieutenant. Let's lead on the freebooter. Oh boy, he's got a handful of fun here, doesn't he? Oust, Lightning Helix, Cleansing Wildfire. He's got the Boom as well. Oh, fucking Jesus, dude. I mean, we get rid of Oust because it's the most mana efficient thing, right? Sure. Boom Bust gone. Meddling Mage, don't mind it. So if we name Lightning Helix and he misses land drop, it's fine, but if he hits land drop, Nahiri is like really irritating. That was his third turn and he's sort of ramped twice and has so far missed. I think we just have to go for the naming of Lightning Helix here. Casual attack for 1 and see what nonsense gets done. No land. Please no land. Sure. It's absolutely fine. Wait, you did that instead of Nahiri then? Hi? What? Although then we like just brick on land drop and that sucks. So you got an Oust as well? Attack for 5. I guess he's just trying to deny tempo because he knows he can leverage stuff later on. Alright, it's only really one play. One at him, one at Nahiri. So now he probably Lightning Helixes the Kitesail Freebooter, gets his Oust back. Oust on a different guy. Wait, what? Don't you want Oust? Alright, let's see what our opponent has. Get another look. Here it comes. Another lightning helix. Another lightning helix. I'm pretty sure I still get this. Wow. You've got 3 lightning helix. You go from 1 lightning helix to 3. Impressive. Oh, do I just not get the trigger if he kills it? That's interesting. So like lightning helix, boom bust, and something else. Okay, well, I guess it's too hasty clicking that away. And you draw a Harry. Yeah, sure. Of course. That's fine. And oust. Because you now have oust back. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fuck off. I must say, I should be playing this fucking Boom Boss deck because the way you fucking draw when you're on this deck is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Helix, no surprise. Season Pyromancer. Get 1 elemental, sure. Got the oust. Attack for a bunch. Just like super frustrating version of this deck because its tempo is like freaking crazy. Another pyro. Okay. Another elemental token. He's probably hit some removal by this point. Attacks. No removal, we put him to 3. Okay. Opponent concedes. Alright, well. Apparently, after all my whinging, it's not that broken. You just... I don't know, we just kept drawing creatures, I suppose. I guess the fact he didn't have any sort of blocker, like if he had a Wall of Omens that game, it probably would have been a bit different. But because he didn't have any blockers, we were just able to attack freely for a lot of free damage. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Alright, and we find a match with an opponent here. So, match number 3, everyone. We on the die roll versus MHK. We'll keep this. Maybe not. Whatever. Done now. I mean, like, it's great if we hit land. If we don't hit land, it's kind of sad. And also, like, it's obviously a lot better if Noble Hierarch just doesn't die, right? Get ready for a random lightning bolt. I mean, can he call it or can he call it? Fucking hooray, let's go. Ugh. I'd like to just get, like, rewarded just once for keeping a greedy hand like that. His double Mantis Rider is going to win a lot of matchups if you curve out. Oh, fucking Ren and 6 too. Yeah, sure. Looks like a Bring to Light deck. Oh, amazing. Fucking concede. Whatever. Whatever. I can't stick a fucking creature. I can't draw a land. It's just not happening. Ren and 6 kills the Noble Hierarch, of course. And then we just continue doing nothing. So Skyclave Apparition probably does something. Outside of that, we probably don't want to too much, and I think we can remove Reflect Mage and get into it. What a good sequence of cards. I guess we should leave in like one Reflector Mage maybe. I'll take out Noble Hierarch because we saw how good that card was. Because yeah, if we leave in Reflector Mage, it gives us an out against Platinum Empyrean off the Madcap experiment. Would I like to play first? Would I? Oh, well, we saw one of these hands last game, didn't we? Keep this one. Probably just bottom a Meddling Mage here, I imagine. Or else we won't ever really have a clock. Lead on planes, disguise the fact we have a counterspell slightly. An uncounterable land, sorry. Our opponent miss a land drop? No. Just playing their lands second main like a weirdo. Alright, let's see what's up. Oh boy. Do we literally have no targets? Brilliant. I love it. Well, we can name like Dryad of Lycian Grove with Meddling Mage and get rid of Omnath. I don't know. Kind of just sucks. I kind of want to like anti-ramp our opponent here, so we'll go for it. Opponent can like just still play the normal side of Valkyrie. Explore. Opponent finding the goods. Valakut in play. Wooded Foothills in play. Wooded Foothills fetch Triumph, or you got the bolt? No, you got the bolt. You got it. Every damn time. Off the top. Always yield. Feels great when my fucking stuff misses and then he goes crazy like this. And then from next turn he's gonna have Dryad of Lycian Grove blowing my shit up. Because he randomly fucking top decks the Lightning Bolt, which, you know, is great. Great. Same thing with like an Unsettled Mariner instead of the Freebooter would have just been fine. Same hand. Oh, he goes for Omnath? Sure. Hell yeah. You're like giving me an option to kill this, you realize. Right? Guess if I do that, I'm pretty dead to the Dryad of Lycian Grove though, so. Oh, he gets to play the Dryad off of the extra mana he gets for some fucking reason. And then he gets to play the Misty Rainforest. And then he gets to shoot down my 2 creatures anyway. Okay, well that's fine. I thought, you know, something semi-reasonable was going to happen here. This shit's just stupid. Wait, he doesn't go for it? He forgets he has an extra land drop. Oh my god. Okay. I think I'm supposed to maintain priority there, actually, and get an extra counter on my Thalia's Lieutenant. Although, this might bluff him into a bad block. I'll take it. Yes, technically we should have gone after our opponent's lands for purposes of getting the red and 6. Rather than like his explore, which is never going to do anything. Alright, so like 2 land drops and I guess up to 4 triggers from the Dryad of Lycian Grove or the Valakut. Randomly draws another Omnath. Cool. Sure. Did he already play his Misty Rainforest? Is that why he's not doing the line I'm crapping on about? Because he's still not playing a land for this turn. Okay. We'll take it. So took it up to 3 here. Yeah, cool. We'll cycle a Canopy first. Okay, trigger on Thalia. So I can attack for 6 in the air. I don't think I'm ever getting through on the ground. Put him to 3. And then depending on what he does, I can Skyclave Apparition in response. And I think that's fine. He's not going to get land value off the Dryad of Lycian Grove. Oh. Right. Maybe I just want to get rid of Omnath here so he doesn't gain a bunch of life off of land drops. Just risk it, because we... Okay, so now he plays Misty Rainforest, and I swear it's the same one that he had in hand. So now he gets 2 lots of Valakut triggers. I mean, blowing up Skyclave Apparition and Thalia's Lieutenant is pretty good. Getting rid of Mantis Rider is probably better. Or he could go after Skyclave Apparition and Noble Hierarch. Wait, what did he deal damage to then? My face? So he's just got the Scape Shift then. Imagine getting to see Foul play before work. Ah, oh, Pirate John. Aren't you the fortunate one, my friend? Imagine getting to see Foul play get absolutely destroyed by a deck that he's not keeping up with mentally. Wow, like, Scape Shift is so fucking pointless at that point because you literally already, like, I mean, all the shit before Scape Shift was pointless. Like, you didn't even shoot down my creatures into Scape Shift. That's so dumb. I guess I got greedy with this Skyclave apparition. I thought it was fine, but apparently not. Apparently not. He had land into explore, into land, into scapeshift, and either he's been holding back lands for multiple turns there, or he's been holding back explore for some reason. Like, that makes no sense. The whole thing makes no sense. The way he was doing it as well was like he had the scapeshift in hand. The way he was sequencing everything. That's so odd. So odd. Anyway, got a long day at work. Busy day at work, John. There's much happening over there at the moment. Alrighty, let's get into it. Match number 4 versus Falameza. On the Darrow, on the play. Urian deck. How many Hate Bear decks are fucking running around at the moment? What the hell, dude? I'm gonna mulligan to something more aggressive. This sounds really slow. Okay, this sounds better. We'll keep. I think we ditch the Silent Clearing. Maybe it's just Ancient Ziggurat. Oh, whatever. If I take a bit of extra damage, I take a bit of extra damage. What's going on, Kira? What's going on? Oh, you're pretty excited right now. Aren't you? Hey? Ah, good old turn 1 Fatal Push. Thought I was versing a Hate Bear's deck. Turns out I'm versing a freaking Scapeshift Dryad of Lycian Grove fucking pile of crap. Let's go. Amazing. I love these piles that don't let me stick creatures to the board because they have 300 removal spells. Guess we Mariner to... Okay. To protect our guy. Further protection for the Thalia. The lock is being slowly assembled. I mean, really, a Fatal Push off a fetch land will just do it. But yes. Tarmogoyf. Ooh, oh, Reflector Mage gets to come from downtown now. Let's go. I'm not sure my opponent sequenced his stuff right, but or if our hand just like lined up really conveniently. So it's a Urian deck. We see Tarmogoyf. I'm guessing he's probably got like some Red and 6 in there somewhere. Not sure how good Noble Hierarch is in the face of Rain and 6. Oriok Champion actually seems decently placed here. I wish Helion Tribal was playable. Lathnu Helion is in your top favorite 5 cards. I wish I knew what that was. Let me have a quick little search. Red creature, 3 mana, 4/4, haste. When it enters the battlefield, you get EE. Is that double energy? At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice it unless you pay energy. I gotta say that sounds whack, and I do not know what decks would make that work well. I am completely confused, man. Skyclave Apparition is probably pretty good here. Reflector Mage was like kind of okay, but I don't think it's going to be super amazing long term. Freebird is probably just a little bit cute. Alright. Whatever cards those were out, they went out. Hope you're all paying attention or have like photographic memories or something. Opponent is keeping a 7. We've got Thalia. We've got a bit of good stuff. We're pretty far away from casting the Skyclave Apparitions though. And I don't think we're like great against Thoughtseize. I think it's still worth a keep. If he goes for an attrition based strategy, this is like pretty decent. Bye Thalia, nice knowing you, my friend. You might take Bugler because of like the card advantage aspect. Or you just might have plenty more time to answer it. Who knows? Lol. Never punished. Let's go. 12-4 rush. Swings for 2 unless you have other energy resolutions. Okay. So like rush goes back to your hand, does it? People tend to not remove it because they forget you can make energy during your second main phase. Okay. Tarmogoyf. Fuck. This is big already. Either Var right on time. Go ahead and play Athalia. Pass the turn. Well, if we can get 2 more white mana for Skyclave Apparition, we can invalidate this Tarmogoyf pretty significantly. I need like new decks to play. I'm getting bored of these ones. I was like looking to build Ponza and play this, like play it today. But then, like, the good version, which is the version with Khan the Great Creator, is, like, 500 and something ticks, so I couldn't rent it with my subscription, which maxes out, like, 300. So that was sad. I didn't have enough cards. Opponent fetch shocks to play the Misha's Bobble there. Stoneforge Mystic, sort of light and shadow. Jesus, dude. Calm the fuck down. Well, we never hit a second land. That's pretty bad. Imagine no Thalia Heretic Cathar in this matchup. Yeah, what a dumbass I am for not playing Thalia Heretic Cathar. All these lands would be entering tapped. All his creatures. I'd be in a much better spot. I think you're onto something there. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 3 life and you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh. Ooh. Seems good. I mean, it seems strictly worse than sort of Fire and Ice, but maybe he has that in hand as well. Who knows? I think I'd just go for Fire and Ice in that spot, shoot down my Thalia. Maybe he really likes protection from white. Nope, he just really likes sort of light and shadow for some reason. Sure. If we can hit mana, that would be fantastic. Sort of light and shadow is a poor man's fire and shadow. Fire and shadow, fire and ice. Yeah. I think you're onto something there. Yep, fire and ice. We just never drew mana. What the fuck is this shit, man? It's like way too late for Aethervial to do anything as well. No, like, Shambling Vent. So I think we can attack for 6 here. I might jump block with Thalia's Lieutenant. I think I jump block with that. No, he's got protection from white. I can't. Big brain. If he's got sort of fire and ice here as well, we're just dead. So these collector roofs seem slightly better, but still not great, honestly. I guess it protects his creature from dismember, which he might have been concerned about. Dismember, Reflector Mage, and Skyclave Apparition. Oh, you just had multiple equipments? How fat can this Tarmogoyf get? Feast and Famine. Alright. You've almost got it. Wait. Is switched to defense now? What? From white, black, green. So blue and red are creatures that can potentially block. Right. So we Mantis Rider attack, we put him to 6. We can potentially go wide next turn. We can Bugler, which isn't amazing. Maybe off-meta swords are just here to fight through the color blockers, maybe. Maybe indeed. And colored removal like Path and Phyrexian spell, yeah. I don't know, it's possible. I'm gonna like effectively put myself to 1 here. If he has absolutely nothing, if he has like another equipment, we're just sort of dead. If he has absolutely nothing and can't remove multiple creatures, we're okay. We just need to be able to attack wide. We need to be able to get 1 extra creature wide. And then Athalia's Lieutenant will win it for us. Good old Snowpath on the Mantis Rider. Tarmogoyf. Yikes. I do not like that. It's like literally no point that I win here now, I don't think. Oh, wow. I can go to 1. And then I can 2-turn kill. Oh, he gains 3 life. Shit, I forgot about the life gain. Oh, no, 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 no. You get my Ether Vial, opponent. And to, you know, empty everything else onto the battlefield. What a fucking messy game. My opponent might have Ether Vials of their own, even. So you think they just block this, but you never know. We're like 1 damage short of like playing Mantis Rider there as well, by the way. Mantis Rider would actually give us the win. Blocks the Lieutenant instead of the Thalia. Has he got the removal spell for the Thalia and the Mantis Rider? And still thoroughly confused. Just some fat spell. Abrupt Decay. Mantis Rider. Sure. Cool. Alright. So we'll concede that one. We'll go to sideboarding. Anything we want to change. What was our next card? Cycling that have made a difference? Absolutely not. Freebird is like maybe okay. Reflector Mage is maybe okay. They've got a lot more creatures than I initially thought, and Freebird is sort of good against the likes of his Stoneforge Mystic if we play it out a bit later. Good at Apparition the Sword. Didn't have double white man. One of my Cavernous Souls was named on human. I had a Horizon Canopy and I had an island. I couldn't Apparition, sorry. What is going on here? Oh, I've just opened Among Us accidentally. Cancel. So just go ahead and close that application. That's a game that nobody ever plays anymore. How awkward. What a weird noise that just made. Hey, weirdo doggo. Like, I'm not sure how much Thalia does here for us, honestly. It sort of pairs okay with Unsettled Mariner. Maybe a 2 freebooter. We go down on like Bugler, because our other effects are more exciting. One general out. I guess I'll take out a vial as well. All right, let's hope we hit some stuff here. I'm taking out like 5 mana sources between the Hierarchs and the vial. 3 mana sources, 3 2-drops. Sure, whatever, we'll keep. Boom. Got the Thoughtseers. Question mark. Will cure. It couldn't just be the Fatal Push, could it? Like, it just has to be the Thoughtseers, doesn't it? Watch us play Cart Sale Freebooter. It's going to miss, and then he's going to like draw into Stoneforge Mystic, and it's going to be amazing. I'll let you out in a bit. I'm almost done with my league, girl. Surprise, surprise, he takes the Thalia. And because we want to save 1 life there. 1 life literally made the difference last game. I guess not, he had the removal spell as well. Plague Engineer and Fatal Push. Oh, opponent. Gross. That is disgusting. Well, we'll take the push. If we play Thalia's Lieutenant here, Plague Engineer sort of gets it. I think we just run out the Reflector Mage and just for the damage. So Chansey draws a removal spell here. You really just got the Fatal Push, man? Okay, Cling to Dust. That's not as bad. I swear to God, like, now that I'm playing tribal decks here tonight, my opponents have been ripping so much bloody removal off the top of the library. It's ridiculous. Marsh Flats, sure. You can Plague Engineer. I'll Skyclave Apparition away the Plague Engineer. Not hugely advantageous to you. Then we'll lead way for maybe a turn 5 Lieutenant. Ah, cool. The Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, we called that one making an appearance, didn't we? Light and Shadow again. Questionable. Champion of the Parish off the top. I don't really care if Plague Engineer gets one Thalia's Lieutenant after it's anthemed 3 creatures, so we're going to go for that. And we're going to attack. So opponent has to also make a choice here between going for Plague Engineer or going for Stoneforge Mystic activation. And looks like he's made his choice. So he should get a good attack here, and attacking all out's fine as long as he doesn't have Batterskull, which we don't have knowledge of currently. Hits the Kite Sail Freebooter, gets back the Fatal Push, kills the champion of the parish. Rip. Look at this tempo. Like I said, my opponents are just ripping removal off the top of their library this league. He literally had a Fatal Push and a Plague Engineer. We take away the Fatal Push, and here he is just ripping removal. Within, what, 2 or 3 cards? So stupid. But at least we got our Aureok champion, which dies to Plague Engineer, unfortunately. Big Kappa moment there. Ah, unlucky. He saw the line. Do we get our 1 life? I demand 1 life. Thank you. Amazing. Well, we'll play this because it enables us to cycle our Horizon Canopy end step. Here our opponent has to block with the Stoneforge Mystic or they die. So we've actually got him very low. We've got him on 3. I guess like a Damnation effect would be pretty good for our opponent. Mishrouge Bobble. They're now our top card. That one's also gone. That one is now gone too. So we know about 1 card in their hand, which is sort of Light and Shadow. I don't imagine a world where they survive this with like 1 removal spell. I guess they're drawing a card of Mish's Bubble actually. Never mind. I guess I should play 1 creature pre-combat to buff the Thalia's Lieutenant. Get ready for like a Settle the Wreckage or something really random. Kai's Guile. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. You gain life. Alright. So we put him to 2. I forgot Kai's Guile is just like a really busted card, right? Creature. Another creature. What do we find? Absolutely nothing. Look at all that garbage we put on the bottom of our library, though. That's really something. It'd be cool if it gave you a land if you blanked, like, because then you could get a Horizon land and be good. Opponent concedes. All right, we get there. Very nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, I mean that's the power of being aggressive, I guess, guys. We dealt a lot of damage in those early turns. And then when it came to our opponent stabilizing, they were under pressure because their life total was threatened. I mean, my opponent's deck seems freaking gross, right? Like, they've got the Stoneforge Mystic, they've got the Tarmogoyf, they've probably got Skyclave Apparitions of their own as well. Kaya's Gale, fucking Planeswalkers, it seems cool. I might try to make a list and play it. Alright, so we're versing Echo Baronin here for match number 5. We won the die roll and are on the play. I think we keep this. Sort of protects itself reasonably well. And in the end, that's all we really care about, right? Vial go. Vials for good tempo. Yo, Stinquisition. Very disappointed with your opponent. Invitation to join winner burglar always? What? Clan invite. Okay. That's very odd. Just being invited to an opponent's clan or something. Was that our opponent last game? No, that was Fezzamiar or some crap. Interesting. Jin Ziggurat, Active Vial, yes. Champion in play. Cast the freebooter here. So now we get the Champion of the Parish trigger, making it a 2/2. Oh, yeah, I need to click that and click on my opponent. Yikes! We'll take the Fatal Push, the Lightning Bolt, sorry. Opponent with Bone Crusher Giant, Croxer, oh goodness. Oh, a bunch of good black-red stuff. Still, if they go after freebooter here, they have to spend the whole turn doing it. That goes on adventure, sure. Tick this up, perfect. So we'll go ahead and buff up our guys. Sequence our triggers. Attack for 5. We know about Lightning Bolt, but 2 of our creatures are out of range of Lightning Bolt now. Croxer can be annoying. Thoughtseize does nothing. You can just play Bone Crusher Giant. Does indeed play the Bone Crusher Giant. Tick up Vial. What do we top deck? I'll take it. I literally clicked in this box. Why is it not working? Attack for 6. Alright, so like another Thalia's Lieutenant, and I'd like to say we're in a really good spot. Opponent could Thoughtseize themselves to ramp up their graveyard. They concede. Alright, well we did actually top deck that really well that game. Apparition seems good. Oriok Champion seems reasonable. We had Graveyard Hate, that would be nice, but we don't. Dranith stops them from returning Croxer, but that's kind of narrow. I think that's too narrow. Oh, shit. Actually, you know what, guys? That new white human, the new white 3-mana human with flying and puts your opponent's card into exile, they can cast it but pay an extra 2 mana to cast it. Dranith stops them from casting it at all. That's actually a really cool interaction. I wonder when people are going to start catching on to that. That's pretty neat. I think, I don't know, like, Freebooter and Meddling Mage are, like, kind of okay, but, like, pretty bad as a top deck effect. I think Thalia might be a little bit weak. Not sure how in love with Reflector Mage I am, but I guess it's okay against Croxer. It's pretty bad against Seasoned Pyromancer, though. Take out some mana sources, have some relevant cards. Alright, we'll go with that. Against attrition-based decks, a lot of the times it's correct to take out mana sources. Although here I'm probably just going to mulligan this because we can't even cast out Aether Vial. Even if we're able to untap, we can't cast it. I'll keep this one just because it has a good density. We'll ditch the Thalia, I reckon. It looks like way worse if they take the Aether Vial, but then if we draw land in the top 2 cards of our library, they're sort of punished anyway. Take the Vial. Alright, speaking of punished, we're probably about to punish ourselves. I mean, we're not mulliganing to 5, surely not. There is always the saying of screw beats flood. Maybe that will come into play here. Nope. Get ready for a Colligan's command. I'm calling it. Matic Channeler. Very good synergy with the Croxer there. Just Liliana of the Veil that we have to worry about. Is that all? That's great. That's fine. Yeah. Cool. A ditch a Champion of the Parish. If we hit land here, we can freeboot a plus Champion. Thank you. Alright, let's have a look at what our opponent's doing here. Opponent with Dreadbore, Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's take the Dreadbore, leave him with the Pyromancer. This spot, if he like minuses Lily, we just give the Champion of the Parish. Because Freebooter has flying, attacks Liliana. If we draw Thalia's Lieutenant, we're in a very nice spot. If my opponent hits land, I think they just go for a Croxer. That makes for the hardest decision for me. Activate Magmatic Channeler. Hits a land. He's going for that Croxer, people. Or that. Fucking Jesus, man. Random Kozilek's Return off the top. Yep, that'll do it. We definitely need to keep the Bugler here. Hope to hit land. Yeah, ready for Thoughtseize. Cool. Brick on land drop. Lame. Like, land bugler and then draw 2 drop is fine. But, like, not playing the bugler is just awful. Now we're battling against, like, a fucking Resolve Croxer. Ouch. I guess we can still hit, like, a Skyclave Apparition and stabilize a little bit. If we discard the Thalia there, the Bugler will get discarded to the Liliana. So now we need pluses of Liliana. We can Thalia in response. This leg is really hard to deal with, though. He's getting in for 1. We draw Reflector Mage or Skyclave Apparition. And give our opponent a run for their money. If not, we're just doomed. Opponent doesn't want to discard what's in hand. It's probably removal. Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. So, Crocs or Lily? It's got to be Lily, right? Yeah, I'm just going to take the Lily. It's too easy for him to put up blockers with like Seasoned Pyromancer and everything else. He's got tokens in the grave. We just need to try and beat one thing at a time as opposed to getting too cute, taking the Croxer, attacking the Liliana to 3. It's still minuses. They still play other stuff. Like, it's just... Another Croxer. Alright, well, you get to choose to keep one. Maybe he misclicks. He does not. Nice Fatal Push into a 3-drop. No blocks here. Another Skyclave. Silent Clearing into Skyclave. Fucking yeah, just what we're looking for right now. When we can't cast it. I guess... No, probably go for a draw step. Because, like, we want a Skyclave Apparition away the Croxer, but these... Yeah. It's not working. Not working for us. I mean, Vial seems like it's going to be fine here. I haven't seen any removal for it yet. Doesn't mean he doesn't have either Colligan's Command or a Braid. Those cards could make an appearance here. Kudra seems good. Might just take out my Noble Hyrax, bring back in Thalia and Vial, and go with that. So it's slow. It's got good cards in it. It's just slow. I think we want something a little bit quicker. I think we want something with land. Maybe we got greedy. Mulliganing that first hand. I don't think it's the worst mistake anyone's ever made in Magic before, though. Alright, well, we're just, like, getting fucking screwed down to nothing now. We mulligan to 4, and we finally hit 2 lands with an Ether Vial, but we don't have anything outside of a 3-drop, which is very upsetting. So I think we bottom Kudro. I have to get rid of one of these 3-drops here. I think we take the raw power of Skyclave Apparition. Actually bottoming 3 cards there. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to name Human off this one. The likelihood that I, like, draw a Human is way higher than me hitting the lands I need for Skyclave Apparition. I don't know. Get ready to die to Thoughtseize. Oh, no Thoughtseize? Cool. And we accidentally clicked no because our mouse shifted then. Brilliant. Our mouse just like fucking spazzed out super hard. I think I hit my keyboard and it shifted it back across. Oh, well. Croxa discard Skyclave. Croxa is really good against my Skyclave Apparition hand here. Alright, Channel is less good. Yes. God, could Twitch please do something about these fucking bot accounts? This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Block it. Report it. I don't know why they, like, make you say something more than it's a bot account. Like, it is very obvious that it is a bot account. Like, I know I can turn off, like, commenting for people that aren't subscribed, but that's very counterintuitive for someone trying to grow a new Twitch channel. It's actually a really, really bad idea. Wow, he's discounting Kozilek's return. I am kind of screwed, I think. Screwed and terrified. Oh, another Kozilek's return anyway? I mean, that's fine. If you want to spend a Kozilek... whatever. Fuck off. No. We can't cast this. One of these have named Spirit. Alright, well, we, like, had to mulligan down, really, unfortunately. And then we got screwed into Oblivion here as well. With our draws. The draws are completely missequenced. Missing the Vial trigger did not help. But, yeah. Takes a Skyclave Apparition, obviously. See, correct line. Unless I draw exactly Island. So this is probably just getting, like, lightning bolted and then, like, he's attacking for 6 anyway, so. But at least we dealt with one of them. There it is. Like, tempo is absolutely everything in Modern. If you don't have tempo, you're so screwed. It's where more creature lands or more spell lands would be wonderful so people can actually play a game of Magic. Instead of the super expensive set selling lands, we could have had some actual functional lands that every deck can adopt. As opposed to basically combo decks, big mana decks, or control decks. This is like board state. This is fucked. 6, 8 power on the board. He's got a removal spell. It sucks for us. I think we just go ahead and name Fatal Push and just look to get... He's 2 Fatal Push in the graveyard though. It's got to be a Lightning Bolt we name. Probably actually discarded a Bone Crusher Giant off that season Pyromancer there. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Wow. What didn't you have? What did you not have? Jesus. Alright. Well, that's about all, people. Terribly sorry. Terribly sorry that we did not go for the 3-2 there. We went negative. I mean, okay, whatever. I still think Humans is a good deck, even if we didn't do super fantastic here. I think we were sort of screwed to our own inconsistencies as opposed to what our opponents were doing. I'm not super sure how I feel about Unsettled Mariner even now. Like, that doesn't feel that good. It's just sort of like awkward with your creatures, right? If I had like a Mausoleum Wanderer effect in this deck, that would be absolutely perfect. I'd probably be running the Mariner, and you could maybe cut like the Thalias for the 1-mana Unsettled Mariner type creature, but we don't have that. Oh well. Thank you all so much for joining the stream here today. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to follow my channel either on YouTube or